Blog Talk Radio.
With Patricia Goins and her radio hubby, Mr.
Stout, you in the house.
I have been playing that song all day long, Waiting on You. I've been playing it all week long.
I wasn't saying all day long. Since we got the record, you know, I'll do that later.
Yeah, so she's actually going to be on the show tonight, Michon Young. Oh my gosh! So I don't even know where to start. Like this is going to be an Hallman. Like we have the steppers, the elite artists of the stepper industry up in the house.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So how was your week, Boo Boo?
It's been pretty good. It's been still stuck in the house a little bit. You know what I mean? That's still going on, and but we having a big time. We getting everything together. We actually got time to work a little bit closer with clients and artists and everything. Studio, how about that?
So I'm not gonna tell everybody how bad you beat me playing
Oh
tennis.
yeah, it's not good. I had to do it like Serena on her, boy. You guys are be like, we hitting the ball, you didn't listen to it. Oh man.
Oh my God. Yeah, you. But you know what?
I took it easy.
I never realized that tennis was such an active sport. Like you really get your sweat on. Like you know, you
full body workout.
I think you was hitting it on the other side just because you wanted to make me run.
Just
Because
exercise with it. Yeah, 'cause then you start learning how to do direction. I don't want to run too much, so let me keep the direction of the ball.
you know when
Right
a
back, here we
person,
go.
knows how to do a game well when they start bringing out those professional
Oh, I said volley.
words.
We go to volley first. We didn't even play the game like it goes from love to something like the 30, but it's like 50 like love, 15, 25. Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to
like
handle.
basketball or something.
Right. I thought that's what you do. I haven't played it
No.
in forever. You know, I'm used to living in an urban community where they have basketball courts everywhere.
Yeah, and the tennis courts, just like the one you got out here, like no tennis courts. Got one.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
It's like you have to find stuff as a couple to do to keep you from being bored.
That's true.
But I heard in Ohio, I think they're about to lift the stay-at-home order. I think it's going to end before May 29th. So
Yeah, I heard that Atlanta's already
on in our life, like I can't even believe that I'm, 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 I'm feeling like if we don't get us another president, we're gonna be living in a cave in 4 years.
Yeah.
Underground somewhere.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
I guess Donald Trump and Barack Obama are having this rappers battle or something like now. That looks like they battle. They're doing a battle rap.
They're doing a battle rap.
Yeah. And see Donald Trump.
Right.
Yeah,
so
you know, push it. Yeah. Yeah, we all know that one right there. And people who like they know the blame was on them, but they want to push it to the other person. Say, no, I didn't do it first. It was that guy. And everybody start looking at them like, yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
no,
my
we're
God.
looking at you, Trump. Like you messed this up.
Yeah, you pretty. Yeah, but we already like I don't know about how things is going. Because you were in Jersey during the time that when he got elected, when Obama got elected. Was you in Jersey?
I was in Jersey. Yep, at the time.
So I don't know what was going on in Jersey, but in Chicago, because that's where I was living.
Yeah.
We try to tell people like, no, do not let him in. No, if you let him in, he got too much of a temper. He's gonna start some stuff. We was just all the voters that was voting for Hillary was saying that like he is not. No.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the tri-state area, so all of us who grew up in that area with Donald Trump. Yeah.
I believe he's on the line too. Mr. Rockwell, are you on the
Rockwell?
line? Rockwell? Hallman?
I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you really low, though. Really, I can barely hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. We'll
Very
turn it up
good.
a little bit more.
He has all the
Okay.
He's like a boy in a toy store.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm really feeling it right there. Make sure I get this right.
How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Good.
I've just been falling, and I've never really been like I always admired Shepard. You know what I'm saying? The way that the couples get out there and they be twirling and flipping and rolling and stuff. Like I always admired that, but I never was really all that great at it. But I always loved the music. Oh my gosh, it's something so peaceful about the music, and listening to some of your tracks and some of Michon Young's tracks.
Right. yeah, that community really caught wind of that sound, and I mean I love they dancing too. Oh man, it's incredible,
Mhm. So you're from the same place, the same state that Mr. Stout is from. So I know y'all got a lot in common. And I see from your bio that you went to East. Was that Eastside High School? Yeah, that's where the movie.
Yeah, yes,
You know.
yes. I went to Patterson, New Jersey. The school, Eastside High School, with Joe Clark. Remember him with the baseball bat? Yeah, Batman. Call me Batman. Yeah, I went there, and that's where I met a lot of talented artists that you guys are that you heard, like Riv, Chauncey from Blackstreet, Donnell from the group Shy. You heard of them groups?
Oh wow.
You remember those groups?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still trying to hear you. I can't really hear you that clear. But
You hear us better now? You still low.
what happened? Yeah, you really, really low. Like I can barely hear you. Like you're going in and out.
You're trying to get up our mics a little bit louder because we can hear you pretty well.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Now
you sound good. Now you sound good now. Okay. Here we go.
There we go. All right.
We in the house now.
Yeah.
We unscripted.
Now
Unscripted
we're in the
now.
house. Now we're in the house.
All right.
Yeah, but like I was saying, how you guys doing? Now I can hear you. There we go.
No, now you can hear us.
I can hear you because I was like, man, I can't hear what they saying. But anyway,
I'm so
yeah,
it's unscripted.
It's cool. So yeah, we went. Go ahead.
So you grew up.
Go ahead.
So was the high school kind of like how they said it was in the movie? Was it like that?
Oh yeah, it was pretty rough. It was rough. Joe Clark had to come in, and he changed the narrative of the school. It was a rough. It was in the pretty much of a kind of like a rough area in Patterson, and it was bad. It was bad. He had to come in and change it around, man. He motivated a lot of us to do better with our lives. Don't just be what they want us to be. You know what I'm saying? And say, a lot of, everybody, they projected of us is that we're going to be in jail, locked up, or doing bad. So he came in and said, he motivated us to say, hey, man, you can be doctors, lawyers, you could be better than what they're saying you're going to be. And by him being that way, a lot of talented kids was in that school, and Riff was one of them. Riff was one of them, myself, Donnell from Shy, the group, Choice from Blackstreet. Those guys all was from that whole
Wow.
We was all from there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we was all from there. Yeah, we was all from there. All from the city of Patterson, New Jersey. Yeah.
Well, we should have known you was gonna be a star then just from that. You was gonna be a star.
And he did that song That was dope. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the thing is it's crazy because when those groups, we all knew we can sing. Everybody, we all, we would sing had our little clique and our groups or whatever. We was singing locally at these events and stuff. And the group started doing well. Riff started doing well with the movie, the Lean on Me movie. They did well. Donnell started doing good with the group Shy. His group, Choice and them started. But see, I wasn't there yet. I was still singing in the church and doing everything else. I saw them just blowing up, man. Like everybody loving their music. I'm like, what? And so they reached back and got me and said, hey, this record company, production company in New York called Character Music. They need a lead singer, and hey man, we told him about you going over there and audition. I went audition, and that's when I met Carl Thomas. That's when I met him. He was in that group. Yeah.
So is the Steppers family, or is the Steppers family? Are y'all like all the artists? Does everybody know each other? Is it like a big family?
Yes, it is. I met a lot of the. I'm kind of like the new guy on the block, really. They've been doing it for a while. They've been singing for a while, and so when I came in, I got to know all the other artists, and everybody is very respectful, and everybody they kind of work together. It's like you said, it's one big family. Everybody is a really great community or group, and I love those. I love the Steppers. I love them. Yeah. They're great supporting people, for real.
I wanted to say too that I was just on the phone with another gentleman that was part of the Steppers world, and he was actually from Chicago, and he was like, because that's where I think it really was like it's huge over there. Like they have a big deal, like a big thing to do out there in Chicago. And he was telling me about how the way that the song that R. Kelly did for "Step in the Name of Love" is the one that really broke it out to be as big as it is right now.
Right. Right. Well, that's
something that, But
yeah, you right about that, because I didn't really know too much about the Steppers. I just knew about that song, "Stepping in the Name of Love" by R. Kelly. I knew that it was a big movement going on there. But I didn't know much about them until they was telling me that, hey, man, you got a hot record that we love. And I was like, really? I was like, okay.
Right. Wow.
And I was like, wow. They was like, oh, man, we love your record. We love your record. And then I did an event. They call it the World Largest with Pete Frazier, who was my guy. And he got in touch with me and said, hey, man, you got to come and do this record, man. We love your song. And that's when I went and I was introduced to the Steppers from that, and I was like, wow, this is cool, That's what happened with me,
Right. Now, I mean, I know it differs for you that you like you came up, in the church and you was with your siblings. You had the Hallman singers and things like that, and you started doing R&B. But how does it differ from all of those things that you're doing with the Steppers music right now? Is it a different particular thing that you're doing different that you were doing back in the day?
Well, when I started singing, I was singing in the church, and but when I was prepared to sing in R&B and secular music when I had got the record deal with Epic, you know what I'm saying, when I was with the group with Carl Thomas. So I was already kind of used to, singing this type of style of music, because of that experience I had with Epic. But no, I mean, I was used to it. I kind of flew with it, you know what I'm saying? It was natural, It wasn't like I didn't have any thought like, well, okay, I've been singing this, now I'm gonna do this. I already was trained from it a long time ago. You know what I mean? So no, it didn't affect me at all. Not at all. No.
Well, I know that I absolutely love y'all music, and I know that y'all have, they've been real stingy with y'all and keeping y'all in the, the Stepper circuit and stuff. But I just feel like we are now at a time, what we're going through as a country, as a world, you know what I'm saying? And we're in a new decade, and it's time for a new sound. So all those artists such as yourself, such as the Steppers world, who you've only been on the, for a lack of a better word, the chicken circuit, it's time to come on out, because I love your music.
Yeah, music is
I love your music.
Thank you.
I don't want to keep saying I love it without them hearing a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to play one of your songs, but I just want to know, before we play it, tell us about She's Gone, because that's one of the songs that we have. What made you pen that song?
Oh yeah, I love that song, man. That's one of I love that song. Yeah, what happened was when I wrote that song, I was at a place in my life, just almost like Never Thought I Found Love when I wrote that one, that I was going through a situation, relationship-wise, and it was kind of like those words was kind of like the situation I was in, you're hearing me, but you ain't listening to me. We want to go out, want to go on vacation, but you keep saying no, not this time, And I stopped and I listened to myself, and I was like, wow, you know what? I'm hearing her, and I'm not listening to her, and the song really just kind of like stuck with me, and I wrote that song from my experience. That I wasn't paying attention in this relationship that I should have, and that's how it really came about,
So it came from a real place.
Well, we're gonna play this song.
Yeah, it came from a real place.
Right. We're gonna play She's Gone real quick, and then we're gonna come right back, and we're gonna give our review, because I got to give my review because I just love this music, like it touches my soul.
Rockwell Hallman.
Wow.
Rockwell Hallman.
Thank you.
So we're gonna play She's Gone by Rockwell Hallman, and we'll be right back on The Move Unscripted.
Come get some.
Yeah. I'm going to my mother's. Okay. I need time to clear my head. I understand. Listen. All she wanted from me is a little time, and I never gave her that. Oh, yeah. Sometimes she asks, do we go on vacations? And I never respond back. And only she wanted was a candlelight, just for two, for me and her. Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah. Oh, and the crazy thing is that she gone. Oh, and she not coming back to me. Oh, yeah. I'm tossing and turning, 'cause I'm not able to touch her and smell her again. Hey. Now I'm alone, and I don't know what to do with myself no more. Hey. Yes, I did, y'all. And the crazy thing is she gone. Yeah. And she not coming back. Oh, no. Yes, she is. Hey, oh, yeah. She's gone. Lord, I ask you, please bring her back to me. Please bring her back to me. I think she's gone. She's gone. And she's not coming back to me. Oh, yeah. She's gone. She's gone.
Now she's gone. Oh my God! You know what I'm saying? That's one of them ones where this is I'm not saying nothing about you, baby. You think, right? But this is just like one of them songs where the man know he did wrong, and by the time he realized he did wrong, she gone, and she ain't coming back. Wow. She ain't coming back. She ain't coming back.
Telling you got to really check in, right on back to you.
I just give her this baby. She's like, okay, I'm on my way. And when she finished, she gonna be gone again.
She's going part two.
That was
That's a great song.
the first time I heard that song. I think I played that song like I'm one of them weird kind of people with music. You have to excuse me. When I find a song I like, I play that song so much that I'm singing it in my sleep. And that was one of those songs like I felt that song because I've been through that kind of situation where I was just like, you know what, I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I've tried. I can't do it, and they be begging, please don't leave. I'm like,
Man. Digging in a little bit more. You'll keep grinding that knife in there. Keep going. It's like, okay. Right.
Yeah, but that was beautiful.
It's weird that a lot of that you hear a song that R&B artists actually, sing songs about how the way they feel and about a relationship is more about, the bravado of males singing R&B with this, like, because it's not a thing these days that a lot of R&B artists are singing singing something that comes from the heart. Are you going through that? Do you see that in commercial radio these days?
Yeah, they don't. Because I think everybody, they do everything that everybody do. It's like, if this is hot, let's do the same thing. They don't write from their heart. They don't write what's going on with them. I don't know, maybe because they're afraid. They don't think that people are gonna like it or whatever it is. But that's how I write music. I write music from my heart. Whatever I feel and whatever I'm going through, I want people to hear that. I want you to experience what Rockwell is going through every day in his life. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know, because if I do everything that everybody else is doing, what's good is music? Music is supposed to be universal. It's supposed to be, that's what makes us different, And so I got to give you my experience, And I know when I grew up, man, I was listening to stuff like Babyface, stuff like that. Remember that? I was like, man, I need them songs back.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm telling you, that's actually stuff I used to love hearing that stuff. And even with the groups, like, I don't know whatever happened to R&B groups, but we had like Jodeci, and after 7, after 6, it was a lot of them. It was a lot of groups out there, and we just don't hardly hear them. I mean, Boys II Men and New Edition, and I mean, it's just like that's just a thing of the past. What you think that had happened to that? Like, everybody want to be like more of a solo thing, or guys getting together just to come together, like, just making groups, like super R&B groups.
Well, it's really the it's what people like. It's some of it is political too. A lot of it is political. But that music is out here. I'm telling you, that music is still here. It's a lot of great singers and great artists that's out that's just never been heard. But thank God for people like y'all, like platforms like a platform like this is helping artists like myself and many more that needs people to understand that, look, that music is still around. You know what I mean? But we need you guys to support it and say, hey, we want to hear this. We want to hear that music again. Because it's still out. It's still out here. Just that, mainstream is just stuck on what they like, and I'm not knocking it, but, that's just what trending.
But the people are starting to, but the people, the listeners, the fans are starting to complain now. They're like, I get in the car, let me tell you something, I get in the car, and I turn on my favorite station, and if all I hear is rapidly tap, 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 down the corner, beat, bop, bop, back in the back seat of the car, back, that, she ain't about to that. I'm like, and I get to searching, because I'm like, okay, I know it got to be something else, and I go to another channel, back to the back, back to the car, back to that. I'm like, oh my God, is there a channel somewhere where I can hear some music?
You know how many people tell me, like, people that know me personally, is like, I have so much music, you guys, and they like, Rock, why don't you throw this music out? Why don't you And I'm like, I know. I say, well, it's so political. I'm trying to get it to that point, where they're like, oh man, there's so many people that be like, Rock, can I hear something that you got? Because they don't want to listen to the radio. They don't want to hear You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear what's on the radio because you're right. It's just they play the same songs all the time, and a lot of it is hip hop. You know, like I said, I'm not knocking hip hop music.
Right.
Trust me, I'm not knocking it because, you know, I like a little hip hop here and there. But then I also love to hear songs that is going to make, you know, if I'm out with my loved one or something, and, you know, I want to hear something that's going to be smooth and, you know, nice and relaxing. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm
right,
out
but
on
you
a date
can
or
something you can play any like, you know, you in the car with your family member, say you in the car with your grandmother and your kid, then everything shouldn't have to be exploited out. You know what I mean?
Pop it, pop, pop in the back seat,
right.
pop.
You know what I mean? You want to hear something that feels good and sounds good, and we're missing that. That's what's missing. That was in the 90s and the 80s and, you know, 2000. Like, it was around, you know, for a long time, and then it was more about the bottom line. Like, those of us who work in the industry understood that was what was happening. Let
me ask you guys, as in the position you in. I mean, what you think would happen with music like that? Well, you think why the major stations or the networks don't play it? You know,
what do we think that's happening with the music now or the music back then?
What they did now, but why is it not playing like music like Rockwell's song?
Right.
Because they're feeding them stations money.
Yeah, it's
that's the bottom line.
Like you said, and the bottom line is the bottom. They're trying to keep that bottom line strong because there's so many different places you can get music from now. You don't have to just go to one place. Like we were growing up, you said stations, right? You know, now you can go to stream. You can go watch your phone, watch television, like all that stuff.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So now they got to compete. Right. So in order to compete, they're going to play the same song 1,000 times a day.
I heard them play one rap song like twice within 30 minutes, and I'm like, how the heck? Okay, I heard that song like at the top of the hour. Did I have to hear it at the half hour too?
Oh,
like I already heard that. No. I heard it on the same station.
Right.
Yeah, they did the rap to the tap tap in the back tap tap, and then they went to the first song, and by 30 minutes later it was back to the back to the tap tap tap. I'm like, oh my god. You know what? The thing is, when the love music, the romance music, the 90s, the 80s, the even the early 2000s, when that music left and it was replaced by strictly rap, hip hop, whatever, it's like the people started even changing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the way they are.
You are so right. Yeah, you are so right. You know that? You are. Wow. You are so right.
There was no more love. Everybody was like, it was about love, and now it's like, not so much.
You would hear a man talk about in a song how much he loved the woman and how he wanted her to be his queen, and now you have to search to find those because everybody's a BTICH or HOE or TTNY, like no. And it's crazy because we're missing the essence of that. But then if you talk to a certain generation of younger people, though, they love they call it the old music, the urban music. They love love old school.
It's changed. That's right. It's changing. I remember talking to some young kids one time and some young ladies and young guys, and I was telling them I was at a mall actually, and I was saying, hey man, you guys don't listen to certain artists. I was naming some old school artists. They was like, oh, that's nice. And believe it or not, the young lady was saying, we don't like that type of stuff. I was shocked. I was like, oh wow, you guys, you want the guys to treat you like that? Like I was so surprised. Yeah. The guys was listening, but the young ladies was like, that's corny. That's corny. Nobody wanted to. I was like, wow. That's
because
crazy.
They start to believe those names that they're hearing themselves called in the music. They're not expecting anything different. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I get, I get music submissions in the Atlanta Music Industry Group on Facebook, and I see the first thing I see is a girl's butt in the first frame, in the frame, like you. Not even gonna play. All I see is her butt. I'm just like, for real. And then when she starts, you don't never see her face. She's dropping it and rolling around, and you never see her face. I'm like, is that really what we have is that really what's going on right now? Like, we need to bring back love. This is the time we need that peaceful music, that love music, that reminding people, that about love and about relationships and about life. You've got so much stuff going on.
How many people we've lost too? Like, you think about how many people we've lost that was really good R&B singers. Just go through your R&B Rolodex and just think of some of the great crooners that we lost, like in the past
Whitney
10 years. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been big. Like it's been like taking all that energy away from the ones who. And plus, they took music out of school too. You know what I mean? That was another.
They don't have music in school anymore.
Well, there's not like you got to pay for those classes. Right? Yeah. Like,
so they don't have chorus and instruments.
I think they may have the chorus, but there's no instrument. You had to pay for that. Wow. Now. Right. Like even when you say going to Patterson, like they had choir in there. They actually the guys on the song. That's what they were doing was singing in the choir. Right. They had harmony and all that. And then they had the band. So we were actually growing up and learning that stuff. And now it's like you can sit home on your computer and put together, a couple of algorithms, and it's like, all right, now you got this, but you're not really being trained your ear, to really listen to some of the, like Gerald Levert, you know what I mean? Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
So many of them that we grew up.
Man, that was some good music. Man, that was some good music. Man, that was some good music right there. Man.
So
put on a Luther tape.
Oh. Oh yeah. See that? You know about that. You put some Luther on. You just wrap that up. It's a done deal.
Okay. So that means that we have to do our part to start making artists like Rockwell Hallman a household name, like L. Levert, and all the other artists. Like I'm on this crusade. I don't know if y'all realize that. I'm on a throwback crusade because I just feel like we need more of this, and it shouldn't get to the point where you got to pay a radio station, $10,000-$15,000 to play your daggone music and have it in rotation. It shouldn't even be about a money thing. It should be about the quality. You know what I'm saying? And what's important, like they have the Steppers world got a big. When I say the movement is big, when I was in Chicago, and they used to have those freaking events, the mugs be packed out. Atlanta too, packed out. Cleveland too, packed out. Yeah. We don't really. I don't think it's like that big like that in Columbus, but we need you to come on and bring it here. Like bring it to Columbus. Like this is an open market for you. Like the Steppers world ain't no joke. So why is the radio station not hearing that?
Well, we're waiting for us to create that.
They're waiting for you, Mr. Stout.
Yeah, create that radio station that's dedicated to the Steppers. How about that?
Mr. Stout got you, Rockwell Hallman. He got you.
We need the music, man. We want to hear the good stuff, man. I mean, we got Rockwell Hallman, and then he got the good songs we just heard, and then you got the other joint for Never Thought I.
Yeah, I want to play that one too.
Like all this good music, and the word right there is love in the song.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Never Thought I'd Find Love.
Trying to get back to the real thing, right? Yeah.
Now that song there, that song is huge. That song is huge. So many people love that record right there, and it's. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask you like how you came up with it, like the story behind that song.
Oh, well, that song, everybody's been dancing with that song, right? It's funny. Everybody's been, dancing on that song and everything. They thought I was talking about a lady, but in reality, that's a love letter to God.
What?
That song is, that's a love letter. Wow. I wrote. That's a love letter that I wrote to God. It's about that. I searched all over and I couldn't find, that inner love, that peace love that I needed. Never leave me. They'll always be there with me. And I wrote that song. Me and my boy Tim. We came up with that song. Never Thought I Found Love. And once again, I was in a place where I just needed more of God, and I wrote that. Never Thought I Found Love. I mean, how many times you try to find love and you search and you look all over and you try to find it and somebody let you down or they hurt you. But see, God would His love would never let you down,
Unconditional.
And unconditional. So that song is actually a love letter to God. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, let's get into it. I want to hear it. I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah.
See, now, because now I heard the song. I heard the song, but I heard it in my mind, from a relationship, woman, male, whatever. But now I'm going to be listening to it in a whole different way. Yeah. So I can't. So we're going to play "Never Thought I'd Find Love" by Rockwell Hallman, and we'll be right back.
Right, unscripted.
On the Move Unscripted.
Been searching everywhere, I can't find no one quite like you. The way you make me feel, the way you make me smile, I love you for that, love. Never thought I'd find love. So kind to me. Ooh, said I never did love, and I dreamed about you, and I thirst for you, and you came along and filled me up. Never gave up on me. I wanna thank you for the things you do. Crazy love, love. Yeah, yeah. Never. Oh no, no. Never thought I'd find it. Your love was so kind to me. Everything
Oh my God, that is like the ultimate. Ooh. Like, if you have gone through anything over these last few months or even these last few years, and you feel like you feel lost or alone, or you feel like don't nobody care. Songs like that will remind you that he is omnipresent. He's always there through the music, through words, through people, through things. Like, all you got to do is just find your place of peace and just wait for it. Like, he's coming to you. Like, I think that even though it's a bad thing, it's horrible that the church is closed down, but that also forced people to spend more time with him independently. You know what I'm saying? By themselves in their private little closet, and really just figure out how can I get through this? How can I find my way out of this tunnel? Okay, I know the only way I'm going to get through this is with you guys. So you're the only one that can make a way. You're the only one that can provide. You're the only one that can make a wrong right. Like, that kind of music brings you back to the center core of what it's all about. I love that song.
Yeah, and it gives it like a whole other perspective right now.
Oh my God.
It's a whole other perspective. As I'm listening to it, I'm like, now it seems like I'm listening to it for the first time. It's like, nah, because you give us the whole synopsis about what it's about, and it's like, man. So now I can look at it at a different perspective, and it's a really good song. Is it for an album, or is these just singles?
That's a single. Both of those songs are a single. Yeah, they just singles. What I try to do is just try to throw out a bunch of records every so often, like, because things is different now, you know. You know, before, years ago, we used to wait and do a bunch, an album or whatever. But now, the way the music is now, you know, when I get done with a song and I like it, I just, let the people get it. You know, I just put it together, package it, and I, throw it out. You know, but that song there, man, it still to this day affects me as when I'm listening to it, even when I was recording it. You know what I mean? It gives you strength. You know what I mean? It makes you know that it lets you know that like you said, whatever life gives you, whatever obstacle you go through, and whatever situation you are in, you can always depend on God. He can help you, and He can push you through it, you know. And that's what that song kind of keeps you in that mindset, you know. And, you can enjoy it. You know?
It humbles your spirit and allows the words and the melodies and the peace of it. God was all over you when you wrote that. Were you and because you said it was you and someone else who wrote that song. So
it was on me and a partner Tim. Yeah.
So just know that you were chosen to produce that song, to release that song, which is why it was one of your biggest hits, because you're giving glory to God, and anything that God is a part of is going to blow up. So at this point in your career, I feel like I think a lot of people are going to another level within whatever they're doing, you know. And so even for you have been at that level for probably a long time. So now it's time for you to rise up to another level, which is making this music reach out even further, because that's probably what God always intended from the gate. So having interviews like this, like with us and other podcasts, a lot of people are funny acting about stuff. Oh, you know, how many listeners you got? Oh, you only got 10,000 listeners? Oh, I'm used to 1 million. Okay, that's fine and dandy. All right then. But they don't understand legs. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody ain't heard of you before, and all those people that are associated with those people ain't heard of you before, and the people behind them. So you keep doing interviews like this and reaching different pockets of people who have never heard of you before, and it gets to flowing. The podcast thing, the internet thing is bigger than people realize. Everybody thinks they just got to have a phone on terrestrial radio, but internet goes all around the world, the world. So,
same.
We're going to, this song is your music is going to be in rotation with us without a doubt. So everybody's going to be hearing that, and especially since you had told me what the core of it's about. Oh, it's a rap.
Never thought I'd find out. And we got Rockwell Hallman right here on the Checking Wish right now. So where can they find this music at, or do you have any videos that add to any of these songs?
Well, yeah, you can go on. It's on the All Media website, Apple Music. You can download it on. It's on the All Media outlet. Both of the songs. You can go to my Instagram page is Music Rock. You can go to that, and you can search me, and it's there. It's there. It's everywhere. You can go get it.
Yeah. You have videos for these? Cause I know these songs are with the Steppers World. So do we have anything that's on visuals?
No. I haven't done a video for neither one of the songs. I'm more in the process of it. I'm getting together with a couple of guys, and I definitely want to start doing visual appearances so people will, we old school. People want to know how this person look. How so we want to put some visual out there for them to so they can match the person with the song. But we're in the process of doing that now. The song is starting to get a lot of gas to it. It's starting to pick up real strong. So we want to do that real soon, definitely. But I thank you guys so much. I really, really do. I really.
Oh no.
From the bottom
of my heart,
something. I really do.
I recognize your spirit from the phone call. I recognize your spirit from the gate. And so I was excited about playing your music and finding out about your movement, about your music, and everything. I was already excited about it because I felt your spirit. So I wish you, in fact, I believe, I trust and have faith that you will have so much success, and that we're going to hear more of your music, especially when they start opening up stuff and they start back to, allowing people to perform and have concerts and all that kind of stuff. Like, I would love, you know what I would love to see? I would love to go to a concert with nothing but Steppers music.
Yeah, we're going to make that happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That would be fun.
As soon as we get through this thing, we're going to have everybody come out and do a big performance. That's got to be it, because everybody wants to see everybody perform. We get all this great music that we get submitted here, and then we get all these great interviews, these great artists, and the music is just, we're getting a chance to put out there some of the music that everybody's going to get a chance to listen to. So that's why we want people to encourage people to listen to the station. We keep these on repeat, you know what I mean? We're going to be able to listen to these on iHeart, and now we just picked up Spotify as well, right? So you guys be able to get a chance to listen to all of the shows that we have here.
Spreaker.com, Blog Talk Radio, Podbean, we everywhere.
Everywhere
YouTube,
right now, right?
Just
like Rockwell said. So you can find this, you can listen to this interview, so you know what, I'm on Spotify, and let me go find this song right now, and you can go do that.
That's right. That's right. Wow.
Boys, man. We gotta look out for each other, man. How about that?
Hey, man, that's right. That's right. You know it.
So, aren't you so glad that when that group that you were signed to broke up, aren't you so glad that you took a step of faith and decided to keep on moving as a solo artist? Aren't you so glad that you didn't allow fear and sadness and anger and depression and fear of failure to keep you from moving forward? Aren't you so glad?
Yeah, I tell you what, I owe that to my parents. They was always there, and then I saw, Carl he's my brother, man, and I love him to death. I love him, that's my brother, and I watched his success, go to the next level, and I had to sit back and watch it, and I was happy for him. I really was, because what we've been through, and I sat back, and sometimes I would go to a place and say, God, why not me? Like, what happened with me? Like, but I think he was positioning me for a time like now. I think he was. I'm more standing about the business. I understand it better, and I appreciate it better than I was then. And I'm glad that I didn't give up. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't give up. I'm glad I kept staying forward, and hey, this is where I'm at now. So
right,
thank God for that.
You best believe as soon as they tell the steppers they can open up a door, it's over.
Oh,
They gonna have, you tell the stepper world they're gonna have to share you. Okay, they can't keep you all to themselves.
Years to come. You're gonna be so busy. You have no time to sit down. You got to sing to the world, man.
Yeah, they can't keep you all to themselves anymore. Like they got to share you. Yeah, they got to share you. Sure. Definitely.
Do you use like the social media as well? Like you said, you on Instagram. You have like, do you use Facebook or Twitter or anything like that? How can your fans or new followers?
I got a Facebook page. You can go on my Facebook page. I'm very active on that page, so you can definitely follow me on Facebook. My Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. I need to get that Twitter going, but I have an Instagram. It's Music Rock. You can go to that one, and then my Facebook. You can actually go to that one. You can see me on that one.
What was your Instagram?
The Music Rock.
Music Rock.
The Music Rock.
The Music Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. The Music Rock. And then on Facebook, what are you?
You just Rockwell Hallman. You just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You about to get a Twitter popping. I'm telling you,
you're gonna find you got TikTok too.
Yeah.
You got. Hey, we got to do a TikTok for Never Thought I Found Love. What about that?
I know.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We got to look into that. We got to look into that for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome and amazing. Like I know. I just want to say this as we're getting ready to go to a break. There used to be a time when you used to go to the club, right? Mm-hmm. And they play all the music to have you sweating like heck, and then they slow it down so you can get a breath, get some water, wash up on your arm, something like that, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
They turn that red light on, boy, you already know what's going.
Now, when you go to the club, the last time I went to a club, they was hopping and jumping around for 3-4 hours straight. There was never any slow dancing. There was never any slow down. Everybody was stinking in there.
That's the club I did not want to be, right? Just that alone, I'm like, all right, I'm about to wrap this up.
Right. They don't even, they need to bring that back.
Slow it down. I bet your kids don't even know how to slow dance.
They don't even know how to slow dance.
No, they don't. I agree.
They don't know about
First thing they're going to do is bend over and put their butt out and start doing it. No. It's not just, no. It's not it.
Right. They used to try to teach you back in the days, like you had to be at arm's length and everything, right? You had to be at arm's length. And then you got closer, you get, up in school, but now it's just straight going at it.
They just drop it like it's hot, slow.
You got their hands halfway down, so they're like, what's the criticism on?
Y'all are
crazy.
Like
slow. They go real slow.
You said it's up to the slow dance. She turned and dropped it like a love. No. We're gonna hold each other.
That is too much. You gotta get back to love, man.
But in true honesty, every decade the music changes. Mm-hmm. The music scene changes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so. Yeah. Or maybe even two or whatever, because you remember before rap really became what it is. It went through stages. Each decade it changed.
Yeah, it changed a lot. Yeah.
That's right. It does. Yeah, it does.
So
it does.
We are at a stage where we have gone through another shift. And so with this new shift, with this new whatever is about to happen down this yellow brick road once they open up the gates this time, you know what I'm saying? It's going to come. That kind of change in the music is going to come with it. It's just time. And it just, to me, it feels like we are going backwards versus forward.
Slowing down
so
just a little bit.
Everything that was past is coming back. Remember we saw the record players and the tape, the cassette tape?
Oh, yeah.
And the Afro.
In fact, we've actually seen for cassette tapes that we went on the stock market to check what the numbers. It was like $85 a stock. So you know they've been using those tapes for the longest because nobody had tapes in 20 plus years. You know what I mean?
Or they know what they're about to do with them tapes.
Right. In a car, for that matter. So people don't even use CDs like they used to. You know what I mean? Everybody stream music now. You know.
And that's because the entertainment industry is not making any money. They're not making any money off of physical sales.
Yeah.
So they got to do something because these streaming companies ain't telling y'all the truth.
You're right. You're right about that. You're right about that.
Yeah,
They ain't. You know.
They got to bring something back. So I really feel like as we're going in a backwards motion, whether y'all want to believe it or not, some of those things that were once popular are coming back. But I'm gonna tell you what, if they bring back them bell bottoms, I'm running. I ain't wearing no daggone bell bottoms. I ain't wearing them little stack shoes. I ain't doing that.
You let them bring them bell bottoms back if they want it, boy.
I ain't doing the bell bottoms. I don't care. Afro, nappy hair, okay, I'll deal with it. But bell bottoms, I ain't doing them.
Try to bring them back. I remember that. I remember the girl wearing them in the 90s with the bell bottoms. I remember that.
I ain't doing that, man. Mini skirts.
Remember they had Sweetest Nicks? Remember Sweetest Nicks? Remember that?
For real, man. Yeah, they had everybody wearing all that. Like corduroy. I was thinking about corduroy. Like corduroy.
Corduroy. Wow.
Well, we would love for you to still hang around. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back. But we'd love for you to hang around.
Rockwell Hallman, man. Okay. Definitely go out there. Check everything that he got out there, you guys, man. Check him out, man. Rockwell Hallman on Facebook as well, right? And also you said it was
Never
on
thought I'd
Instagram.
find love.
That song, yeah, it's so dope right there. That's where I find
she's gone. She ain't coming back.
She's gone.
Every downloadable thing that you got there everywhere. Go stream it, download it, buy it, go cop it right now, man. Do remember the name Rockwell Hallman, ROCKWELLHALLMAN, Rockwell Hallman. Go out there and cop those joints available right now. We appreciate you coming on the air with us, bro. So hang out with us, bro. More coming up.
We'll be right back, y'all. On the Move Unscripted.
out that you don't really care. Playing with my mind is unfair. I wanna hear you tell me that I'm wrong. I need to know if you feel love, let it show. What do I mean to you? Make you do the things you do. What does it signify? Where am I? And I keep forgetting me. There's no immunity from love I can't deny. Where am I? Am I the one for you? Will I grow old with you? Am I irreplaceable? When you look into my eyes, what do you see? I really need to know just where I stand. Do you even know? Give it to me straight. I don't wanna fake. I don't wanna hurt no more. Am I the one for you? Will I grow old with you? Am I irreplaceable? When you look into my eyes, what do you see? Who am I? Am I the one for you? Will I grow old with you? Am I irreplaceable? When you look into my eyes, what do you see? So maybe you can come up with something.
You have tuned in to another episode of On The Move Unscripted with Patricia M. Goins and Mr. Stout, and we got the bomb show today. I am so glad that Mr. Rockwell Hallman, I'm glad you didn't hang up because we have Michon Young on the line. Hello, Miss Michon Young. How you doing?
Well, hello there, Queen. I am well. How are you?
I am fine. I'm so glad I got both of y'all together. So y'all know each other? Do you know him? Does he know you? Do y'all know each other?
We have not met in person yet, but we definitely have connected. We've talked on the phone, and we may be possibly doing some things together. So absolutely, we definitely know of each other, and I'm looking forward to meeting that brother in person.
Yes, likewise.
So, please, I really don't hang up, Mr. Rockwell. Normally, I'd be like, okay, your hour is up, you can roll out, but I'm going to need you to stay on. I can't let you go. So,
hey, Rockwell.
Hey, girl, how you doing?
Oh, well,
Lady,
I didn't know you were going to still be on.
Isn't that awesome and amazing? Michon Young, let me tell you something. I don't know. That's like you. Look, where do I start? I heard your music, but I didn't know it was you. So when I was living in Chicago, I actually had a friend who, because I do music, and he did my first little music video and all that kind of stuff. His name is Ice Mike. You might know him. I'm not really sure if you do or not, but he's the one who introduced me. You know Ice Mike? So he introduced me. I'm sorry. What did you say? What did you say, Michon?
No. I was just saying, yes, I know Ike Mike. Yeah.
So I met Ice Mike in Chicago. He actually was the DJ for me for a song that I did by Mr. Hankey, the producer who did Living My Best Life. I know you heard that song. So he was the first one to introduce me to the Steppers world because I hadn't really heard of it at that time. So I heard your music through him, not even knowing that that's who you was. And then he used to do a lot of like events, like Steppers events, and I always would hear that song, Something About You. I played that song so much and never knew that was you. But this song that you got, Waiting on You, and I played that song when the show first started, and I definitely would like to play it again. I'm sorry, we got new toys. We got new toys, and we're trying to figure out these new toys. So that song, "Waiting on You," OMG.
Wow.
I done tortured everybody in the freaking house for the last 7 days between She's Gone and Waiting on You.
It's on.
Let me tell you, if nobody ever told you, and I'm going to definitely get into your story and who you are, but I got to say this. If nobody ever told you, and I don't know if you wrote that song or if someone wrote that song for you, or you wrote that song?
I did. Yeah.
The Spirit of God was the Spirit of God was all over you. The Spirit of God was all over you. When I play that song, it almost does me like Never Thought I'd Find Love. Like it touches me from the top of my head and it just goes all the way down to my feet. I'm not lying. That song is the bomb.
I'm bear witness.
Wow.
We're going to play it again.
Wow.
I can't help it. I'm addicted. I'm y'all saying now.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That song came from a real place of really trying to understand where God was taking me, what I was doing, what was happening, and I think we all have been there at some point in our lives where we're at a standstill of what's next, God, you know. And sometimes we tend to move with emotions, you know, and move forward in areas in different directions where God ain't want us to go. And so I've reached a point where I said, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. I'm tired of the mistakes. I'm just going to sit this tail still and wait on you. And it came from a real personal state. Literally in the midnight hour when I wrote that song, I remember the time and the hour and the day that I wrote that song because it was a real place. And it was a place of, I don't know what to do, but all I know is you're not a man that can lie. So I thank you for saying that because the sentiment behind that song was from a real place.
Oh, yeah. I as soon as I heard the beat, I felt the beat.
Right.
When the lyrics came, when your voice, I'm like, ooh. But then when the words came, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, oh, gee. So I need for both of y'all to understand, and then I want to get into your story, Michon. But I just want both of you to understand that God's about to take y'all to a different place.
Yeah.
Like where you've been. Your stepping ground for where you're going. Like God is about to take y'all to areas that y'all never thought y'all would ever go to because y'all both were given music, songs, words that are supposed to touch the masses. It's not supposed to stay in one little area, one little section with one little group of people. It's supposed to reach the masses.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, and I don't even know why God puts me in this position, but people who are about to blow up always come through me, or they come in my presence, or I discover them, or I hear their music for the first time, or something, and it's always right before they blow up. I'm talking about blow up. Remember Megan Thee Stallion? Going off.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
So she had Angelo Dorsey came on our show in Atlanta at 1100 a.m. And he was featured on her song. She had not been out there before.
Right.
He is the one who introduced her to us on our show. And not long after that, she started doing freestyle rapping, and boom, she blew up. Same thing with Ella Mai. Ella Mai was not like that.
Right.
I started promoting. I found her music and was like, oh, she was out there, but she wasn't like that.
Right.
I played her song on 1100 a.m. the first time I ever heard on the radio. Next thing you know, it was everywhere, all over the place. People who are about to go to that next level, they come into my presence.
Right.
So I'm just telling you are going to a different level.
Yeah.
You're about to reach the masses in a way that you only imagine. See, God gave you that vision, that word, that song, because he was preparing you for a time such as this. You wrote that song back then, but it was meant for right now. Same, both of you. Like, you're going to different levels. Hear me when I say this.
I receive that.
You're going to reach masses, and it's going to do exactly what God intended it for it to do when you put pen to paper.
Say that.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I feel it. I
I
feel
got
it.
it.
I feel it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Girl,
Please break.
Don't have me
Wow.
in my house. Don't have me running in my house at 9:00 at night. Because that's this show is unfiltered, right? So I just gotta throw it out. Don't have me running through my house.
I'm just telling you what I feel. I feel it. God speaks to me. I feel it. It's all in my arms. I feel it in my arms. I feel it in my body, in my spirit. I'm just letting you know. So get ready because we are in a shift and we need music just like what God had two of you penned. That's why I didn't want you to leave Rockwell Hallman because I needed you to be on here with her so I could tell both of you because God is speaking through me right now and telling you that you are about to go to a level that you only dreamed that you would go to. It is you have masses to reach and in a different arena. Not saying that you know they got tell the steppers they got to share you. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? They got to share you. I don't know.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Thank you for saying that impartation. I definitely receive it wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Yes, I had to. So getting to your story, Michon, start us from the beginning. I always like people to start from the beginning. You know, so you can start from Pampers or wherever you want to start at. I just want to hear your story. I know you're from Detroit. Wow. Start wherever you want to. Where did music start affecting you or touching you?
I guess, I can start from, when I started, way back when I started, I think what everybody does in church, when most, I say, not everybody, but most of us start the church. So I have a strong church background. My mother was the minister of music, and my grandmother preached. So it was definitely in me, and it was definitely something that I've been exposed to, since I was so high. And then I kind of just got out of. My dad always wanted me to pursue singing. My mom was like, "No, get your education, get you a good career, and stay on that path." So I chose the path of my mom. Went to college, got my degree, worked in human resources as a leader there, and I moved to Detroit. And wasn't really thinking of pursuing, music professionally. My goal was to be at the top of the executive ladder. I wanted to be a VP of some company and living in a penthouse on Michigan Avenue in Chicago. That was my goal. That was my plan. But when I came here, I think God was just dealing with me and telling me that it's time to use your gift, and not really knowing what that meant, because I've been writing literally since I was about 12 years old, real grown-up lyrics. And my dad would say all the time, "Where is this coming from? You 12 years old writing about breakup and love and all kinds of stuff." And I would literally write songs about what was happening in other relationships in my family, And so I've been writing since then, but never really dreamed that I would end up doing this professionally. But when I moved to Detroit, I joined a church that was founded and led by Pastor Marvin L. Winans. And once again, wasn't thinking about singing professionally or anything, but God just wouldn't let it rest with me not joining the choir. So I joined the choir, and I would sit in the last row and just doing what God said, but just on real low key. One day, make a long story short, Pastor was coming through a rehearsal, and the choir director had me do a song, and shortly thereafter, he was just starting to do a solo project, his very first solo project, Alone But Not Alone, and he personally asked me, to background for him, and he was touring, and it was unbelievable, because I'm like, I've never done anything professional like this ever before in life, but I was able to do that, and he groomed me and became a mentor and friend. And so from then on, I just, that was my first experience, I guess, into the professional world. And was able to do great things, with him. We performed in a number of different places, and then was even able to do a duet with him. So that was just crazy to go from zero to that in such a short period of time. But I'd always told God that, Lord, when I started feeling like this was going into another direction that I had not thought about or had not planned on, I said, if I ever do anything professionally solo, that the first project I do will be in homage to you, So I did release a gospel project in 2011, a full gospel project with 10 tracks I had written, and that were birthed out of a 30-day fasting period. That's another story altogether, but Waiting on You was a part of that 30-day fasting period where I wrote a song every day for 30 days. And I took 10 of those songs and put it on that project. And then I don't know to this day how my music reached the UK, but it did. And 2 songs from there reached a #1 chart over there. And I had no idea. This was really just, I wasn't even promoting that project. It was just my way of saying, Lord, this is what I'm giving you first. I'm talking about you and letting the world know first whose child I am. And so that's, that's how it started for me. And then I was still writing and, doing other stuff. And I finally decided I was going to take a step into the R&B world. And the first song I wrote was Something About You. And that was in 2016, 2017. Yeah, just actually 4 years ago that I wrote that song and put it out. And just amazed at how it was received in the Steppers market. I knew about the Steppers community because I'm from that area, but I wasn't a part of the Steppers community. I'm still learning how to step, really. But
that's how we know it's gonna blow up because everybody's gonna
I love it when it is. I don't know how to do it.
We're gonna have some online classes.
So once that came out, and once it did really well across the pond, and then I was invited, been invited over to London and performed over there, and since then it's just every year. God has blessed me with an opportunity to expose my music further and to continue to excel in charts over there. And now I think over the last year and a half, I'm finally being, recognized. My music is being recognized across the pond over here. But I guess that's the story in a nutshell. So now it's just, with new projects coming out in another couple of months. But it's been a heck of a journey. It's been, just a labor of love, and to meet people that tell you stories about what your music does to them it still blows my mind. And I respond personally to every supporter that reaches out to me because I don't take that for granted. I really don't.
Okay, you got a fan over here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know about nobody else. Okay?
You got some fans, yeah. You got some
fans. One of the songs that we have for you is Something About You. So that's a very sexy, mature song to me.
Jazzy,
so
yeah.
So what made you pen that song?
I hear a lot of songs, about you don't really hear songs about that mature man, that mature fella. You got, folks that's not really embracing that season of life where you've grown from, that young man to a man, and you can still be smooth and you can still be suave. You just get better with time. You just age well and gracefully, and you don't hear songs really about that mature man. That Salt and Pepper Goatee just is something personally that does something for me. And I thought, other ladies might be able to relate to this. So that's where that came from. My husband was like, just write about what you like. And I said, oh, okay, that's kind of where. So that's kind of where that came from. It was a way to just kind of pay tribute to that mature man and kind of talk about some things that I personally like as well.
Yeah, because don't nobody want them little peanut-headed little young ones. We want them older men who know
We don't want that.
who know how to take
We don't want that.
Nobody want them little peanut-head who's still waiting 100 years. That's right.
Right. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want that guy who's mature, who knows what he wants, who got it together. We want that.
We already got kids. We got sons. We want a man.
Right, say it. That's all you gotta do is say it.
So we're gonna play music, and then we're gonna come.
Right. Unscripted.
I've been seeing visions of where I'm going, what you have in store for me. Seems like a long time, visions been in my mind, yet I hold on to not what I see, but what you promised me. Ooh, I've been dreaming, and sometimes it's frightening. Things that you've shown me, not sure why you chose me. Seems like a long time, visions been in my mind, yet I hold on to not what I see, but what you promised me. So I gotta keep believing and pray without ceasing. People may not understand. No matter what the world might say to me or do, I'm waiting on you. Oh Lord, I'm waiting on you. I am believing my season is coming, for I know what you told me. I said on your word boldly. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I trust you, Lord, and I intend to walk in faith and wait and see. I run on to see what the end's gonna be, and so I gotta keep believing and pray without ceasing. And people may not understand. No matter what the world might say to me or do, I'm waiting on you. Waiting on you. Patiently I'm waiting, graciously on your timing. I wanna move without you. I'll stand still while you do what you will. What you I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Oh, I'm waiting on you. I'll keep right on believing. I'll keep praying without ceasing. I'll keep right on reaching for the prize of the high calling, which is in you, Lord. I'm waiting on you, waiting on you. I'll sit and wait, anticipate, wait for the great I am. I'll sit and wait, anticipate, wait on the great I am. Waiting on you, yeah, oh Lord, yeah. No matter what they say, I'm waiting.
I can't take it.
Love that
I
song.
can't take it.
That is
Oh
a
my
great
God.
song. Yeah.
You know what? I think one of the reasons why that song touches me so much is because I am like you, had visions. God has made promises to me. You know what I'm saying? Promises to me in the midnight hour. And even though some of those promises haven't come to pass yet, I know I just got to be patient. We got to be patient. If God gave you a promise about something, if God told you and God said, my sheep know my voice. So if God has told you, put a purpose in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind, and he said, this is what's going to happen, it's going to happen. It may not happen at the time that you think it's supposed to happen because our timing is not his timing. Our ways are not his ways. But if he said he's going to do it, he's going to do it. You don't got to worry about it. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how many people around you said it's not possible. I don't care how many people say you're crazy for waiting. I don't care how storms may come and blow you north, south, east, and west. But when it gets down before it's all said and done, that promise coming to pass. You can put your bottom dollar on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that is so true. You know, you have to walk, when you walk in with God and walking by faith, you got to walk with tunnel vision too. Because you got haters, you got naysayers, you got everybody on the other side, outside, talking about what they don't think you can do or what they don't think you can achieve. So you got to block that out. Some people think that they are the end all to where you can go. You got to put your sources in one. Have one resource and know that regardless of who don't believe in me or who's not going to support me, I know God's going to do what he said he can do, what he said he's going to do, because he's not a man that can lie. And you got to stand on that. And then you have to stand hard and firm. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy. It's not easy when you're looking at circumstances and your finances don't match your dreams. Your funds don't match what you're trying to do. It's not easy, but he didn't say it would be. He just said, I'll be there.
Wow.
He didn't say it was going to be easy. He didn't say you weren't going to face nothing.
Yeah,
but like, if God wanted me to have this, then why am I going through this, that, and the other? Because you got to be shaped and molded. Because it may not be timing. You may not be ready. You want it, but it may not be timing. Your mind, your spirit, your body, everything around you may not be mature enough to handle it yet. So why would he give you something that you can't handle? If he wants you to have it, he's going to make sure that you are prepared for it. And sometimes that shaping and molding ain't easy. It don't feel good. But when there's being taught and discipline and structure, when is it ever easy? It's never easy. When people go football players go for training, they got to do some stuff before they get that.
Yeah, it's not easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it is that you're trying to work at, it's never going to be that easy for the things that you really that bad when it comes your way. Like things that come to people easy, when they lose it, it just like it never really meant anything that much to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But people had to work hard for their thing. Like, you know, you said you went to go get your degree. You still had to work hard for that. You know, and then also accomplishing what you're doing for your music. You know, it's still hard work, regardless if you love it's a hobby or you love what you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's still hard work. When you look back at some of the things you've done, you're like, man, you know what? I did put a lot of work and time into this. So if it's from the fruits of your labor and God's like, here's your time right now, then that's where it's at. You know, you just take your blessings and, you know, and you're supposed to pay it forward, right? That's how that works.
Let me tell you, 20 years ago, I took a step of faith and moved to Atlanta. Everybody around me said, there's no way you're going to survive. There's no way you're going to make it. You're not going to make it in Atlanta. You don't know anybody. You don't have any money. You're pregnant. You got 2 kids. You ain't got nothing. You're not going to make it in Atlanta. 20 years forward, not only did I make it, but I got a billboard in Conyers that went up.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Why did I become a model? You better preach. You can't tell me. You can't tell me. Did I go through stuff during that time? Yes, I did. Did I have to go through the tunnel and around the corner and up the hill? Yes, I did. But you know what? If I had not gone through that, none of the books that I wrote would be, none of the film wouldn't be, and I promise you there wouldn't be a bulletin or a billboard up there with my little chocolate face on there saying, this is my model.
Love, Life, and Experiences, Volume 2 right there is what it's called, right? So it's Michon Young. Make sure I got a name right. Yeah, it's like 14 tracks is on this right here. And Love, Life, Experiences, Volume 2. Now, that's available on your website as well, or they can go to get it on all of the downloadables.
Yeah, all of the digital platforms, it's available there. You certainly can get it from my website as well. But, yeah, it's available everywhere right now.
Yeah, so Waiting on You I purchased. I didn't see that in the stuff you sent me. So she tripping. No, I got to get that one.
Put that in the car.
I got to buy that.
I would have definitely sent that to you. I would have definitely sent that to you. But I appreciate you purchasing. But I would have definitely sent that off to you personally. I wasn't even thinking about it. I know you said a couple of songs, so I just threw a couple at you.
No, I just happened to be going through your videos and it captured me, and I was like, oh, what's this one? And I pushed play and was sucked in like the Matrix.
It's a great song. Yeah, it really is.
And so, wait a minute. I'm reading your bio, and And I don't know if you mentioned this. I don't know. I might have, but I just want to make sure. I don't know. But you sung at the opening of the Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta.
Yeah, when he first opened the first studio that he opened, when he first opened that one, he had his grand opening where he had invited Pastor Winans to come down and perform. And so Pastor invited me to attend with him there. And it was the most incredible, to this date, it was the most incredible experience to be amongst people, Oprah Winfrey and Miss LaBelle and Miss Gladys Knight, and it was Jermaine Dupri, and oh my gosh, it was so many people at that time. Ruby was still alive, and she was there, and so that front row of these legends was amazing, and to be able to do a duet with him on the property of Tyler Perry was just, it's still mind-boggling. I still think about that.
I mean,
and just say, God, it's only you.
As I said, that's so amazing. Like, now, seeing those people, I don't know if you've seen them before, like other than television, is the first time you're seeing them in person. How was that to perform in front of those? Did it make you nervous? So you was just like, I'm confident enough to go out there and knock it out the park.
Oh no, I would be lying if I said that I was so confident when I walked on that stage with him. I mean, it was crazy, and to be literally in an arm's distance from them, people that you have watched, your whole life, and
right.
people you've respected and admired, and to perform in front of them. And then it was so crazy because Miss LaBelle, we were on our way out after we were leaving to come back to Michigan. Miss LaBelle had saw Pastor in the airport, and she came over and she hugged us because it was 3 other individuals that were with us. And she said, Miss Young Lady, she said, I got a good friend that you remind me of, and I've not heard anyone to remind me of that. I just wanted to say that my good friend, Miss Anita Baker, you really remind me of her. And I was just blown away, first of all, that she would even just acknowledge me and to give me such an incredible compliment. That's an experience I will treasure for the rest of my life. It was amazing. I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but I can say that moment of being in the midst of greatness was incredible, just absolutely incredible.
That's a great memory. Yeah, and that's awesome.
That is
like Anita Baker. That's like one of my favorite singers.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like, and then you hear that from Patti LaBelle. Like, that's my mama. Yeah, that's Patti LaBelle. That's my mama. Patti LaBelle is everybody's mama. Patti LaBelle.
I love the pine Patty. I ain't gonna lie.
Patty Pie.
Yeah, I was just starstruck. I mean, I looked like a complete idiot when she came over, literally, because I didn't know what to say. My mouth was just being in front of, somebody you've seen your whole life. But this journey it's been crazy. It's and learning and still learning a lot from a lot of these artists that I study and I focus. It's been absolutely crazy on this journey. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I thank God every day for just the opportunity to express what He's given me, and I don't take that lightly at all.
Right.
Well, you have a new fan in me. I promise you, because I love the sound, the deep, your voice, the gift that God has given you is just amazing. And the fact that it sounds like most of it's kind of like fell in your lap, so this is what God wanted you to do. It's like you didn't even have to be like, some of us in the industry or who have been working towards the industry, we've been banging on the door, trying to kick the door, trying to beat it. Where the act at? I need in that door. But God has just been opening doors and just making a way, so that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. You're right on track. And so you're talking about being amongst greatness, but just understand that that's because He's about to make your name great. So He had to have you in that mixture so you would understand what it's like. But you're humble enough and you're ready enough and you've been through enough that He can trust you to do what He wants you to do and not lose you in the sauce. I just am so happy that I had the opportunity to meet someone who I love your music. I love what it stands for. I love your energy, Rockwell's energy. I love the energy. I absolutely adore Stepper's music, and and now it can't just be Stepper's music. Now it has to be music for the masses.
Yeah.
Stepper's got to share. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna have to share.
Y'all been hiding out for way too long.
She might be somewhere else. I don't know what to say.
Y'all been holding out long enough. Side turn.
Right. Out of there.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a season. You do things and you're in a certain place and situation, time of your life for a season, but when it's time to elevate, it's time to elevate.
Yeah.
So this is your passage into the new where you're going to be, and the cool thing is, Mr. Stout has been around for so very long, longer than most people know. He's like a behind the scenes man. He don't really like to talk about everything. Since he didn't got with me, he see his face more. At first, he was like, "What is Mr. Stout?" He was like, "I don't know. Go way down. Go. You might have to go back to 2009 and find. There's got to be a picture somewhere down there on Facebook."
Yeah.
But now he's coming out a little bit more, and it's really me kind of pulling him a little bit, but. He has so many different connections and resources and things that I know, whatever marketing plan that you have, especially, and if you don't have one for this song, please allow us to assist you in making a lane for this song, especially the one that I love, Waiting on You, because I adore that song. And
Great song.
I do. And so I would love to be with Mr. Stout in a campaign to help you push that song to the masses. Because there are a lot of people who need it. There are a lot of people who will be able to internalize and receive your ministry, your words, what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'm definitely going to be reaching out to the both of you, and maybe we can have some discussions and see what I can do to make that happen. I'm always open to exposing the music as best. Absolutely. And I thank you for taking the time to even talk to. We're still an unknown artist, an independent artist, so people like you and platforms like this help us to get further exposed and to get out to the masses. So thank you for the platform that you and Mr. Stout just for embracing, artists and helping to get them out there. That's a gift as well. Not everybody is trying to help everybody, the next man, to get ahead or move forward without something that they feel they can gain. And when people do that and want to get people out there simply to expose their gift to others that may be blessed by it, that's something to be commended for. So thank you both for that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
we really do.
We're doing what we love to do. It's a blessing to now, start to be able to make some little money here and there doing what we love to do, but we do it anyway. I love music just because I've been like that since I was a baby. So when I listen to different artists who submit their music, I really listen. I don't care too much about the genre. I listen to the words, I listen to the beat, I look at the message, and I look at the videos or whatever. Like, I really pay attention because I adore music. It's always been a part of who I am. So I'm doing this because I love to do.
Yeah, and that's real life right there. Yeah, we do it for the love and to see people to be inspired. We're inspired by the people out there who's doing what you guys do, as us being independent artists ourselves. So we just like to inspire each other, and that's where we at right now. I mean, this is making it so we can be close and to be able to work because yes, we are in a pandemic right now, but it's time for us to can utilize some of the things that we can do that we can help each other out in this industry. Artists now have time to write right now. If you're in a house more, if you're recording or getting your stuff together, because when it's time to go out there, and they say, get your act together, this is it. So when you go out there, and everybody's like, man, because we're going to be wanting to be, entertained, so, right away. Yeah. People are like, this is the time artists do what they do, and we really appreciate what you're doing. Michon Young, you guys definitely go check her out on www.michonyoung.com. That's MICHONYOUNG.com. Also on Facebook.com/Michon Young. Also on Twitter.com/Michon Young. All the way across the board on Instagram.com as well as Michon Young. And look out for this on every downloadable platform, every streaming site. Love Life Experiences Volume 2. I'm sure Volume 1 is there as well. You know what I mean? You get that. And the exclusive song that my radio wifey loves it much.
You just got the sexiest voice.
You like that?
Yeah,
you like that?
When you just said all that, just real
waiting on
that little Jersey sound.
Hey now.
Waiting on you. Number one across. It's coming to It's All About Me. About that song right there. Ranked number one official indie soul chart for 6 consecutive weeks. And in the UK, she's killing it out there, man. Doing big things. Soul Artist of the Year. Best Soul Single of the Year. I mean, she's just putting it out there. So, go get it. Like, we really appreciate
that.
Really soon. I know we are.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. When you get to the Grammys, can you, don't forget about us.
Red carpet. Give me a shout out.
Listen, we got to take the folks who've been there from the beginning wherever we go.
What'd you say?
No, I was saying wherever we go, we got to take the folks who've been there from the beginning stages. We're in beginning stages now, so I tell my friends all the time, wherever we go, we got to take the support that has helped us get there with us wherever we go. So that's without a doubt.
You and Mr. Hallman on your way. I think that the stepper community, their music, their artists, what they do, all of that is going to come up even more and more, and their artists are going to be coming up out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's just going to be It's like a treasure chest, like a treasure chest. We're going to be able to find out so much new music out of the steppers world and the steppers community, like you were saying, that you're like, man, I didn't even know this was out there. And then watch, and this is, I'm going to put this out there.
Put it out there, baby.
I think that since we doing this on this show right here, I'm gonna put this out there today. Is what the 18th? The 19th. The 19th. I'm gonna get this in 2020. Right. By the end of the year, I think they'll be all doing this. They all gonna be looking for the steppers and stuff like that. They're going to be like, oh, we got this new music we're going to put on the radio.
You're going to hear it on the radio.
Yeah, it's going to be all over the place.
You're going to be riding your car, and you're going to hear what you normally would only hear at steppers events. You're going to start hearing it on the radio.
On the radio.
It's going to be all over. Like, it's not, they're not going to be able to keep you in that jar. Tell the steppers they got to share.
Yes,
I'm sorry. I know. I understand. It's been long.
Right. Right. And Michon, or is there going to be anything? I know we're going through where everybody's quarantined, but do you have anything coming up that you'll be doing anything soon, or anything on any live feeds, or for any social media, or any shows that be coming up soon?
Well, I actually have a new project that will be coming out. We were releasing it in June, but we decided because of what's going on right now that we're going to wait and push that back a couple of months. So we're going to release that in probably August now. But that's what we're finalizing and working on now. And we'll be actually doing a couple of videos within, I want to say it's late June. That's when we were doing those in April, and now everything's been pushed back. So that's what we're working on now, getting the videos done, getting the new music ready to go. And, we're going to see, I think this year is more or less going to prepare us for next year. We have already been booked. We've got 12 bookings already scheduled for 2021. So people are preparing for next year, I think, when people are most comfortable to get out into the real entertainment, world of live venues and so forth. But until then, I'm going to wait on God, and I'm going to continue to prepare myself for when prepare to be ready, so we don't have to get ready at that time. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Continue to write good music. Continue to do. We're going to probably do a live show next month as we ramp up getting the promotion started for the new project. And I'm going to have a live show then. I'll be announcing that probably early next month of when. But other than that, just writing, making it.
I have a favor to ask.
Awesome.
I have a favor to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so we in the Atlanta music industry. In the Atlanta Music Industry Group, we're going to have a celebration once we reach 10,000 members.
Yes.
It's going to be an online event. And so we're going to have some live performances. And if I could ask you, if during that time your schedule is available, would you please do a live performance? You do it right from in your living room, your bathroom. I don't care where you do it at, but can you please do a live performance?
All right.
Absolutely. It would be my honor. Whatever you want, that absolutely, it'd be my honor.
Awesome.
All right.
So we're actually winding down the last few seconds. Our computer keeps telling us it's time. It gets shut up. Get off. So,
MichonYoung.com. Definitely, guys, go out there and check that out. Also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all the way across the board. It's called Love Life Experiences Volume 2. Go cop that on all of the major downloads. Go cop that right now.
Thank you so much for coming on. We're going to roll out of here with Ooh by Michon Young. We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Someone who simply makes me say, I'll just head over here to love with you. You get me, you thrill me, baby, you make me smile, I feel brand new. Only days are through. The dream of something real is finally coming. My longing for the love is long overdue. Was looking without a nowhere king. And all I can say is to remind me it's I'll just head over here to love with you. You get me, you thrill me, baby, you do. You make me smile, I feel brand new. That actually felt good. How you guys feel? Y'all all right with that? Okay, let's go take a listen to that.